Well, former President Laurent Gbagbo has returned home to Ivory Coast. He had been living in Belgium after being cleared of war crimes at the International Criminal Court back in 2019. Gbagbo had been charged after his refusal to concede defeat in a 2010 election, which had sparked a civil war and left more than 3,000 people dead. His longtime rival, current President Alassane Ouattara, allowing him to come back home, and both camps say time for reconciliation is now. For more, let's cross live to our correspondent, Samuel Bernard, standing by in Abidjan. Samuel, tell us a bit more about why Laurent Gbagbo is returning home.
Well, first thing is that, I think that supporter of Laurent Gbagbo or not, everyone here would agree that, yesterday was definitely a turning page for Ivory Coast. And it's, the first time after 10 years since the president stepped foot in his own country, in his homeland in Ivory Coast. And, at this point, you have many unanswered questions. And one of them is, will he go back to politics? So at his arrival, he seemed pretty tired from his flight, but he made an articulated speech later on during that day at the HQ of the FBI, his own party. And what we can say first is that he didn't take so much distance with politics, as the first thing he did was going to the ex-headquarter of his party, the FBI. And so that was the first thing he did yesterday after landing at the airport. And there he made a speech where he said how proud he was for the results of his party, the FBI, at the FBI's elections, the last legislative elections. And so his first speech was definitely political at the ex-headquarter of his party, and that could be read as a political return. So if the other question is that, is he going to try to take the lead of his own party and of the opposition? And at least we can be pretty confident to say that he will have a say for his party at the FBI. And the reason is that he is the founder of the party, but also that now the party is divided between pro-Gbagbo and anti-Gbagbo, and that's a whole other problem for him. But he will appear probably as the only figure that can reunite his party. However, what we saw yesterday was, that the supporters, of Laurent Gbagbo came all over the country to support him, despite the police, despite the blockage, despite the gas even. And Laurent Gbagbo, we saw that Laurent Gbagbo has a very active political base, and still a huge popularity here. So now, the first thing he will do is not politics, is to go to pay respect to the graveyard of his mother, who died when he was in prison. So he said, there is time ahead to make a real political speech. So we will know more about his intention in the coming days or week, we don't know. So his arrival will be political, but that's for sure. But Ivory Coast will have to pay a little patience for now.